Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your January 2020 monthly reading. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, for stopping by, especially if you are new to me. Welcome. I hope you stick around. I hope you look forward to great new beginnings with this new year, as I see the Ace of Wands has already come out for you. So if you're new to me, welcome. I hope you stick around. Please give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you choose to subscribe, double tap that bell so you get notified of new readings. Your 2020 yearly forecast. I know, I've been saying it for a while already. I'm trying to get out the yearly forecasts as quickly as possible. They are very time consuming and draining for me as I'm going month by month, which is why I thought I'd take a little break and bring you guys your January 2020 readings. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy New Year, happiness all around for you guys. So I'm kind of going in a staggered order than what I usually go through with my monthly readings. I started with Virgo, and then I had a lot of Aquarius, Capricorn, and Scorpio in those readings. And so that is where I'm at. Page of Cups, thinking of making a love offer. In the idea sense of opening up to someone, feeling vulnerable, wanting to start something new with someone, testing the waters to see how receptive they are. And for some of you, it may be in the form of an apology, wanting to reconcile things with a friend, a family member, an ex, something that just did not go through the way you had wanted it to. And that was with the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Two of Swords, Nine of Wands. At a distance from each other, trying to figure out, do I leave well enough alone? Things have been stagnant for some time. I finally feel like I'm in a good place. Should I open back up to them? King of Cups energy, whether this is you or another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I feel that it's you, Scorpio, wondering if you should allow this person back in. Let them know what's been really going on in your life. I feel that some of you have made big changes with your careers. Others have gotten married, engaged, living in a more traditional setting, working in a traditional setting, lifestyle, something that perhaps they weren't used to, and you want to share the news with them. You're not ready. You're not sure if you should. Yeah. I feel as though you may feel as though that the minute you let them in on all the wonderful changes you've made, that they may not be receptive. It may cause arguments, disagreements, and the Nine of Wands flew out once again. You're tired of fighting. You've been through too much. And so you're keeping things to yourself. So I know, and there it is again, the Two of Swords. So this could be with someone that there has been some stagnancy between the two. There's a lot of regrets, crying over spilled milk, wishing things would have worked out in a different way, wishing that there was still an opportunity for resolution. There's so much pain and turmoil from things from the past, from this connection, how things may have ended up. I also feel the need for whether you or them, if it's you, Scorpio, or Scorpio's cross watcher, the need to ask for forgiveness as well as give forgiveness. So yes, I've done things a little bit differently. If you are one of my regulars, yeah, it's weighing heavily on you, even having to think about it, because you care about this person very much. Normally I pull general energies and then I move on to the love life portion for singles and couples. I am trying to keep this reading under 30 minutes. But what I have felt a need to do is to just pull regular energies from the beginning before I move into your general and love life. So there's a lot for you to celebrate. 3 of Cups. Big changes for you, Scorpio. You're very proud of yourself. You've turned over a new leaf. You've done so many great things. Some of you have gotten married. Some of you have gotten engaged. Some of you have just settled down, have gotten promotions, have, you know, graduated in other areas of your life. By the way, pay no attention to, you know, the darkness around that. I've tried to clear it up. Got really dark with that Capricorn reading. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, there's some bad juju around a certain situation. Hopefully not for all Capricorns, but it is what it is. If you're dealing with a Capricorn or feel karmically tied or attached to them, release yourself. So here it is. Scorpio, as I was saying, you feel very, look at that. I told you, so much to celebrate. So many great changes and accomplishments that you've done. And I feel that in such a short amount of time, you've grown so much that you feel as though, how do you share this with someone that you've lost touch with, that you've had problems with in the past? If you go in and you share this news with them, will they run away? Will they truly be happy for you? Yeah, I think you're still in the mind frame that they're going to, you know, be upset, argue, fight, and then just walk away permanently. It may also be, yeah, if they were to walk away permanently and sever ties, or you them, it would be a very rude awakening, a wake-up call to someone here. So stand your ground, Scorpio, whatever it is that you feel that you are truly doing for your highest good, whatever it is that you need to do to stay in integrity with yourself, with your healing. Do the best that you can for yourself. Okay, so that was the beginning energies I felt like I needed to pull out for you guys. Let's get to it for your general energies. General energy for the month for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. What do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising signs? January 2020. There was one. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, life force energy. That is your solar plexus chakra, the healer of the ages. Look at all that gold. Healing. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is absolutely beautiful, Scorpio. Life force energy. You are being illuminated, enlightened. You are getting healing done. Finally. I mean, look at this. Look at all that gold. All that heartache. I feel that you finally gained some clarity, and it brought you to some form of healing with whether friends or family members, but I feel that this is family situation. You know, perhaps there were some burned bridges in the past. You've rebuilt them. You've healed. If the two of you or group of you or just you got the help that you needed to be able to move on, move forward. Some of you have been able to reconnect with family members that maybe had written you off, or you them. This can also be that you are finally going through the motions of healing yourself in recovery, health-wise, mentally, emotionally. If you have been, you know, dealing with addictions, you finally get the healing, the recovery, the rejuvenation and the clarity that you need to keep your family together, to keep a family together, to be there for family members. You know, if you have children and, you know, there is someone that you've been wanting to have a relationship with and they have children, this is an opportunity to blend your families. Upon clearing that third chakra, if you feel as though for quite some time you've avoided any type of healing, you finally realize that this is what you needed, you connected with higher self, higher source, your angels, your spirit guides, you got some energy healing done, Reiki, whatever it may have been, you are definitely seeing things clearly. You're trusting yourself more, making decisions for yourself, which is probably not something that most people would have seen from you in the past. I feel as though you have a new lease on life. You have so much more to offer. And I feel that you oh my God. Some of you Scorpios have gone through some major, major spiritual awakening. It has woken you up to get your shit together, to save yourself, to save your family, to save your relationship. At some point you said, I can't keep living this way. Enough is enough. Something's got to give. And I'm not going to give up my life for stupid shit, basically. I've lost family. I've lost friends. I've lost my partner. And you had to stop and take a look at everything that you lost. And how unfair it all felt. But it brought you to this point in your life when you said, I can't keep living this way. I need to make changes. Yes, look at that. Beautiful. I need to make changes with my life. Clean the slate, start fresh, get my mind right, my body right, my heart right, my family, my partnership. I also feel that some of you, if you did go through some sort of like 10-step program, I think it's 10 steps, I'm not too familiar. You had to reach out and apologize. You had to see the errors of your ways. You had to, wow, this awakening was like a big slap in the face. And as you started opening up to people, you started to feel lighter and lighter. So on that note, the energies that I started out with, that you have, for those of you that have reconnected with someone from the past, perhaps in a partnership, perhaps an old friend, an old family member who does not know everything you have gone through, that has been at a distance, that has not been in communication with you for some time. I feel as though that was one of the people that you needed to reach out to, and you didn't. And so I understand the apprehension of, I've come a long way. I don't know if I should. But if that is part of your healing process and you've already seen a drastic change on how much you've released yourself from, don't stop your progress. This is not for everyone, Scorpio, but I feel as though I see where you're coming from. You're holding on to all the good. You're in a good place right now. Would you be risking the good place you're feeling because you feel grounded, you feel healthy, you feel, you know, balanced emotionally and mentally, physically? Is reaching out to that person or to those people going to backtrack your progress? So that could be with an Aries, a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, another Scorpio, water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Ace of Wands, that's what we opened up with. This is, you've definitely got a new lease on life. You want to share it with the world. You want to share it. I feel that whatever poor judgment you may have, you know, indulged in, bad behavior in the past may have wrecked, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, may have wrecked quite a few relationships or friendships. This is you. This is new Scorpio. And if you do want to make amends and you do want to heal these connections, part of the realization here, not just the error of your ways, but that just as much apprehension as you may have, they do as well with letting you back in or trusting you. Give me a sec. Well, the imprisonment card flew out as soon as I picked up the deck. So some of you may have spent some time behind bars that brought about an awakening for you. Some of you may have spent some very hard times behind bars, in jail, imprisonment. For some physically, others mentally or emotionally. Again, I feel like you have a new lease on life. Tell me about this Tower moment, please, for Scorpio. And I feel like you're going to be grateful about it in regards to a situation with an older woman. Within the community, work environment, friendships, and money. There was a great deal of money that was lost, that was gained. In your lowest moment of despair, you felt you had no other choice. That brought about the Tower moment, the imprisonment, the despair. Some of you within a marriage. Yeah. La Vera Sibila. The Sibilas, let's just give me one more for the Tower. Yeah, so here's two fortune cards, right? Fortunate times ahead. You do have a new lease on life. I feel as though somebody here, you had a community of people that rallied around you, that did support you, that that have provided you with that new lease on life, and you're absolutely grateful for it. Yeah, look at that. Celebrating friendship, love, family. But there is something that brings in that sense of despair. Why the despair, Scorpio? Why the despair? Did you lose a partner? Business, romantic, friendship? You had someone. Okay. So you had someone that you had in mind when it came to a love relationship. And unfortunately, I feel as though you almost had to settle for, it's like settling for the knockoff version is how I see it. And it's 11/11, so that was an important message for someone. There was a specific partnership, relationship that you were really looking forward to, you know, fixing, reconciling. But you notice how neither of them are facing each other. Stop being petty, both of you, Scorpio and the cross watcher. I'm not going to talk first, you talk. I'm not going to apologize first, you talk. I have nothing to say to them, neither do I, right? It's their loss. No, it's their loss. And you guys can go back and forth like this for years. At the end of the day, that is what's causing the despair, that you lost someone so important to you over petty bullshit that the two of you can't communicate. So you're left with like this consolation prize of a family, community, older woman relationship instead of the younger woman, because I feel as though if this older woman to you not only was a friend, but someone who came into the picture to assist you and help you get your feet back, you know, probably someone with money who was able to provide for you to get your feet back on track and get your life in order. And as you know, you're grateful for it, but your pride and ego here will absolutely keep you away from the person that you truly love or want to connect with. Okay, so stop. It makes you sick with worry. I think that's it. I think I'm just going to move on to the love life portion. Civilas anymore? What did I say? Makes you sick. You're melancholy over this, over losing this connection. You finally feel like you're in a good place, and yet you're in a good place without the person you want to be with. Okay, so Scorpio, don't sit there being melancholy, feeling sad, feeling this despair for losing someone. Speak, communicate, open up. And if you are afraid of rejection, if you are afraid of not being received the way you would like, know and take great solace and pride in knowing that you made the attempt, that you did your part, that you made your feelings known. Would you rather make them known and say what needs to be said, regardless of what the outcome is? Or would you rather live the rest of your life not knowing shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Okay, love life. Scorpio, what is up? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, January 2020. Let me get a card, Romance Angels for singles, and then one more for couples. Okay, that was singles. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And couples, stay optimistic about your love life. I forgot to pull the other oracles. All right, let's just move on with the love portion. So straight up singles, Scorpios. This is a time for you to flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Get to know people. Stop coming off so defensive. You've had a rough life. You've gone through a great deal of pain. You're in healing mode. We get it. But if you keep pushing people away, you're never going to make the next relationship work. You know you want to connect with someone. You know you want this partnership. Stop thinking and overthinking as though you're not worthy. You don't deserve it. Cut it out, Scorpio. This is a time in your life where that wheel of destiny, that karmic wheel is turning, where you cut away and you end old karmic baggage, karmic debt, karmic relationships. You start moving forward with optimism, with love. Yeah, I say with optimism, and you're like, oh, woe is me. Why are you feeling this way? You know, you have someone in particular that you're thinking about, that you want to go back to, that you want to talk to, but things have not been communicated. Things, you know, I feel like every time you try to go forward towards them, it just doesn't happen. You get stuck in your head with this anxiety, like they're not going to receive you. They're not going to be open to listening to you. You're trying to figure out, do I just come back in as a friend and maybe flirt with them? You know, is there still a connection between the two? You know, maybe they've moved on, or maybe they think I've moved on, and you're crying over spilled milk when neither person is communicating. And for the Scorpio that is straight up single, get out there and lighten up a little. You're coming off a bit defensive and jaded. And some of you are throwing yourself in your work that you can't even figure out how you can make time for anyone. But that wheel of fortune is going to move you forward. You're going to come to a point in your life where you absolutely have to close the chapter of the past karmic relationships, old relationships that did not work out. And it's about moving forward in love. Whether it's someone that you have intentions to reconnect with or not. Completely up to you. So those of you that are crying over spilled milk, about a past connection, past relationships, The Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. Enlightened Scorpio. The Scorpio and their cross watcher, the one that's holding on to hope but crying over spilled milk at the same time. What gives, Scorpio? Enlighten them. Yeah, so you were deeply affected by a painful relationship from the past. And so your solution to that is, well, I'm going to sidetrack and get distracted and, you know, find time to do something else. And in the meantime, not say anything to them, not speak to them, keep things frozen as they may, keep things silent between us, no communication, no effort. I cannot open that door once again. And then a part of you is like, have I let them go for good? Do I come back in? Am I ready to fight for this? How do they feel about you? What do they want from you? How do they feel about you? Well, they feel that this is a spiritual connection, that it's deep love, soulmates. What do they want? They want unity. However, the more you show them that you're walking away, you're releasing and letting go, the more likely they will too. And they will move on. This can also be that you may feel as though they've already moved on, and that there's that wheel again. A cause and effect, karmic debt. There's karmic consequences that still need to get paid, and maybe maybe they're viewing this connection as a karmic connection, a karmic relationship, and maybe that's all it's cracked up to be. So they see you as a spiritual connection, but they have to let you go because there's no communication, there's no forward movement, and they're chalking it up to a karmic relationship. Wow, Scorpio. Come on. You secretly love them, and you're hiding your feelings. You're not letting them know, and yet they love you unconditionally. Scorpio, you are breaking my heart. Let's move on to Scorpio couples. Come on, Scorpio. Don't put yourself through that. You've already gone through so much. So, Scorpio couples, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Oh, wait, before I do that, I forgot the other oracles doing your general, but Whispers of Love Oracle for Scorpio singles. What is the love message for them? Wow. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Honor them. Honor yourself. Honor the love that you have within you and the love that you have to give. And believe me, there is love to be received once you do that. Once you open up. Once you allow yourself to be vulnerable and you allow someone else to be vulnerable with you. So let's move on, Scorpio couples. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. The card of Strength. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. If you stay strong enough, your wildest dreams will come true is probably what you keep saying to yourself. Ace of Pentacles, it did want to come out in reverse. I will take it upright. High Priestess again, 9 of Pentacles. I'm seeing Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Too many cards. King of Cups, Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands. So if you are thinking of communicating, going back into someone's life, don't be wishy-washy about it. Stand in your true self, in your authentic self. Page of Cups. You do have love to offer someone. You do have some form of communication to give to someone. It may be to end something. Maybe to end something, and maybe to start something new. So you've gone through quite a bit of a turbulent road that's been behind you. I feel as though you've gone through the worst of it. You are much stronger than you ever gave yourself credit for. And that's why you're apprehensive of letting certain people in. Even if you are in communication or not, you're just not ready to open up to them. And there's more to meets the eye about this connection with whom it may be. Maybe another water sign, somebody younger than you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a Libra, a Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Does not have to be those signs. It could be in their moon or rising sign or just heavily in their chart. But this is someone who, after a long period of time of being separate or single, you're thinking of reconnecting and hoping to make things work with someone. I feel as though you thought, or they thought, things were over for good. But the ending of a turbulent time has absolutely ended. And you have a new beginning ahead of you. A much more stable and comfortable new beginning. Your life is better than what you had expected or anticipated after going through some very tough times. And I feel like some of you are really doing your best to try to keep this connection alive between you and your partner, or there is someone that you've been going back and forth with that maybe, you know, hasn't really withstood the test of time when times were tougher. The High Priestess card, I don't feel as though it's secrets rather than revelations. A revelation to a new phase, a new chapter in your life. And I feel as though you feel strong and confident enough to put your best foot forward, to make whatever offer needs to be made, to finish things with a finality contractually, or wherever your intentions may lie. You have your eye on the prize, although it seems very far away, at a distance. Not just necessarily physical distance, but time-wise distance. But I have to tell you, trust in divine timing. Everything that is meant to work out for you will. And every connection that you're meant to keep or make will be there. So don't be arrogant about it, right? Somebody feeling as though, you know, oh yeah, everybody wants me type thing, but the Amalato makes me feel as though it's weird. Bambino. Benamica. Okay. You have someone here that does not have your best interest. And if it's not that, it is you self-sabotaging your progress. You regress. The ego side of you regresses. And it's like the angel and devil on each shoulder. Like you are your own worst enemy. And now, those of you that don't relate to that, the other side of that is, well, you have a female enemy. You have somebody here who does not have your best interest, who may surprise you with a, you know, surprise pregnancy to try to train wreck your life, basically. Be careful, Scorpio. Don't get involved with any train wrecks. Use protection. Stay sober. You don't want any surprises later on down the road. This is someone who is arrogant enough to mind fuck you, get you drunk, turn around and say you knocked them up, or accuse you of something like that. They are not your friend. They don't have good intentions. I also feel that this can be someone who's like the friend of this person who ends up being like an enemy. It's really strange and weird. All right, that's a weird one. Let me have one card here. Wrap it up. Literally and figuratively. Let's wrap this up. So if you are the Scorpio male, or you have a couple here who's out, I hate to sound like paranoid. They're out to get you or something. Like they have something that they're after. At the same time, I feel like this is going to happen to a Scorpio male. Be careful. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah. New chapter in a love relationship. Be careful. This person might steal that new opportunity. Train wreck. Once again, I said it. Letting it go. Be careful of the train wreck. Be careful of people that are insincere about what they really want and who they really are. Okay, so Whispers of Love Oracle. That was your warning, Scorpio. Let me have a love message for Scorpio couples. Turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. So if you are feeling like you've been through hell and back, you've been really strong, it's time to stay optimistic about your love life. You're graduating, you're healing, you're moving on to the next level, the next chapter of your life. And maybe there's a relationship from the past that reminds you of a time when you felt the most love, the most cherished, the most intimately connected. Remember that feeling, bring it back into your heart, and stay in that energy. Even if that relationship is over and done with, it's the energy, the feeling that you got of pure love and joy. And it doesn't have to be a past relationship. It could have been a friendship, a time that you and a friend bonded over something that really brought the two of you closer together. It could have been a family member, your mother, your father, a tender moment shared that just made your heart explode. Remember what that felt like in your heart, the healing energy of it, how at ease, at peace, stress and worry-free you felt for that moment, whether it was with a past love, a friend, or a family member. Maybe it was with your own child. Turn on your heart light, relive and re-experience what that true feeling of deep, tender love and intimacy is really about. Okay, Scorpio, so I hope this reading finds you well. I wish you guys all the best. Happy New Year. Have a wonderful January. And I promise your 2020 yearly forecast is coming soon. I just took a break because they were really long and draining. And I wanted your January readings out. So I guess we'll see who comes next. Maybe Aries or Leo. So have a wonderful January. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. I will see you very soon, Scorpio. Take care. Bye.